The tragic story of Teeny Tim. Tim was born in Manhattan, New York. He was always interested in music, so at a very young age, his father bought him a gramophone with the record of Beautiful Ohio by Henry Bird and a guitar with no lessons. But Tim was so determined that he ended up teaching himself how to use it. He would spend hours in his room listening to music. His parents were so worried that he was spending too much time in his room, offering him music lessons to get him out. In the early 50s, Tim watched Arthur Godfrey use the ukulele on the Arthur Godfrey and His Friends TV show. It is here that his passion for this instrument grew. Tim started adapting a very strange appearance. He was a very skinny man with long black hair, inspired by Rudolph Valentino, and he covered his face with white powder to signify youth. He looked so strange that his parents wanted to put him in a mental institution. He was very unsuccessful with music until he found a hidden talent. He was able to sing in a high falsetto that was able to get him a gig at a freak show circus. He would play there under many names in that exhibition, such as Larry Love, the Singing Canary, Larry Dover, and Sir Timothy Timmins, which his supervisor shortened to Teeny Tim, as Sir Timothy Timmins sounded too British. Teeny Tim achieved more popularity in the New York club, The Scene, where he opened for the Loving Spoonful and Jimi Hendrix, who loved Teeny Tim's quirky behavior. In 1967, Reprise Records president Mo Osteen saw Teeny Tim perform at The Scene and gave him a record deal. It is here that he created very misunderstood music at the time, like the opening track, Tiptoe Through the Tulips With Me, an eerie falsetto whistling and pop rock instrument, which ended up being the soundtrack for Insidious. Another classic from the album is Living in the Sunlight, Loving in the Moonlight, which appeared in the famous cartoon SpongeBob SquarePants. In December 1969, Teeny Tim married the 17-year-old Victoria Buttinger, Miss Vicky, on The Tonight Show. People grew tired of his music in the 70s, but he continued to create a few more albums. On November the 30th, 1996, at a benefits concert for the Women's Club of Minneapolis, Teeny Tim collapsed playing Tiptoe Through the Tulips With Me and died of cardiac arrest at the age of 64. He was recently warned by his doctors not to sing after having heart issues and diabetes.